Hello all you people out there in TV land. My name is CB Studios, also known as Kurt, and today we're continuing our dive into the world of Ghostface masks with the Scream 4 era Scarecrow Ghostface masks. Let's take a look. To begin with, these guys are much different than any other Ghostface mask you're really going to find, and that's why they have such a cherished place in my heart. They are one of my favorite designs that Funworld has ever come out with. And there's something really spooky and very Halloween about them, which I really enjoy. Just prior to the release of Scream 4, Funworld released some new masks. We had our standard EU style masks, which everybody has seen, and they've become quite the norm in the Ghostface world. We got our first look at the zombie Ghostface masks, made to look like a rotting, almost Rob Zombie Halloween Michael Myers mask version of Ghostface. And then these. The burlap shrouded Scarecrow Ghostface. Now, these guys, the burlap shrouded Scarecrow Ghostface. Now, I've got two in front of me, and we'll touch on why I've got two. We're going to start with this guy first. This is what would be known as a standard style for this mask. This is a semi-rigid vinyl face. It's got a little bit of flex, but not a whole lot. And it's got burlap glued over the top, and I do believe it's just hot glued over the top. I'm not 100% sure on what mold of mask is under this. It is a standard Ghostface style mask. I believe it's a T-stamp. I haven't taken the burlap off, and it does cover the back of the chin where the stamp would be found, so I don't know for sure. We've got a full head burlap shroud, which is very nice. It's got your zigzag triangle tassels. Let me see whether we can get that there. That you would find on your standard costumes. And we've got Velcro closures in the back. We've got two of them, and then Velcro on the end of our little ropes here as well, to hold everything closed. These are the ones that you would find on your standard sort of hanger tags, your header tags that go up like that, and you find them on the racks at your costume stores. And these guys first came out at the end of 2010. They really weren't made for very long, I believe, only up until 2012 or so, and then they were discontinued. It may have even been earlier than that. So they haven't been around, well, they weren't in the market for very, very long, but they've become quite popular. The inside of this mask is a slush cast vinyl, as you can see. There are drips and runs, but it's fairly consistent, and it is a black plastic vinyl with that. We've got a nice piece of sponge just in the middle of the forehead to stop it from sitting against your face. And we've got our standard eye mesh in there as well. This guy is tagged, and this one is an April to June 2011, so fairly early on that. And that is your standard little Funworld tags, very, very small. All in all, it's a really, really cool mask. It's got very matte paint on the mouth and on the nose, which is really cool. And we've got these really small looking eyes because of the way that the burlap is attached. It's just such a unique look to it. I also love this triangle fringing around the edge of the mask as well. It's a really, really nice touch. The next one we've got to look at is this interesting one. We do still have that same fringing. It hangs over in your creepy scarecrow look. This is from the costume sets. And this variant pretty much only came out with the Halloween costumes, so your full robes. These are quite an interesting one. These robes differ from standard ones. Normally, with a Ghostface costume, you'd find a bib-style mask. It'd have a little square of fabric that hung down from just underneath the eye bags, and that'd get tucked into your robe, and then your robe itself had the hood with it. These guys do not. They have a full shrouded mask with that same triangle fringing on the bottom, and instead of it being a hard vinyl mold for your face, covered in burlap, it's actually got a really nice molded and painted burlap finish, which is cast right into the PVC vinyl. Now it is quite flexible. It's about the same as any of your standard TD mold masks, which would also be a Scream 4 era style. It has a really interesting paint job, and it's quite convincing, which I really enjoy. This guy doesn't have a tag in him, so I don't know the manufacture date on that. That would have been on the costume packet, which didn't come with it. But I can show you the inside of your mask. We have our same Velcro closures on the back. There. So taking a look at the inside of this one, we are cast in a tan vinyl, which is quite interesting. It's quite flexible, as you can see there. And we do have a slight amount of texture showing through on the inside of the mask. Certainly not an uncomfortable mask to wear. It is stitched on as you would normally find a Ghostface mask stitched to its hood. And we do have a manufacturer stamp on the inside. The inside of the mask reads, Easter Unlimited, made in Dongguan, Guangdong, China. Which is very interesting to see stamped on the inside of one of these masks. Looks really cool. It's got a great look to this one. I really love the darker sort of finish, and the darker finish on this actually continues up on the shroud as well, which is really, really cool. Now there is a third version of this mask as well, one that I don't have. And it is this same sort of molded face, but it's got a printed polyester hood. It's just a smooth polyester fabric, and it's printed to look like a burlap fabric. And it's done up in the style of the collector's edition or deluxe masks, but they're an incredibly rare piece to see, and I've only seen a couple of them pop up. Ghostface.co.uk, Tim Wagstaff's amazing piece of reference sectioned out on the web, has a nice little section on those as well, and on these guys too, which is great for learning about the differences in variants and a few little more details on that. That's about it from me today, guys. If you like this video, feel free to give me a subscribe. I'd love to hear comments down in the comments if you've got suggestions on more videos, if you want to see more Ghostface. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Thank you if you've subscribed. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. I'll see you guys next time for more Ghostface stuff.